Good morning, everyone. So I thought that I might try to get back into my Faith Fridays. I used to do this when I first started videoing, and I really enjoyed it. And for some reason, I just kind of stopped doing it, thinking that maybe people weren't watching or whatever, and maybe people do watch. So anyway, I honestly have no idea what this video is going to be about, anything I'm going to say. This is fully off the cuff, spirit-led. I haven't even read the devotion for today. So this is actually Thursday, but I'm going to be reading Friday's devotion, the one for tomorrow, and putting it out to you guys tomorrow. So it'll be on the proper day if you read the daily guidepost. I use the daily guidepost because my mom originally was getting all of us kids the daily guidepost each year, and this year she did not get the chance to purchase this for us before she passed away. So I went ahead and purchased it on my own, and I really like the daily guidepost because you get a different author each day and different perspectives of life and different relationships with God. And so I really like the daily guidepost. I have a couple other devotions that I also read. Maybe sometimes I'll share those with you also. And this year I just got the little pocket daily guidepost, which it's easy to take with me places and whatnot, but I most definitely need the readers to be able to see the words because they are extremely small. But that's okay. God helps me to read them each day. So today is February 11. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to read the devotion and the scripture, and then I'll just talk about whatever comes to mind. So, Friday, February 11th. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, days, and years." That's Genesis 1:14. I feel like I'm living inside a snow globe this morning in Colorado, with big fluffy flakes floating to the ground. This month, we are close to setting an all-time record for February snowfall. And many people are complaining. Not me. I like the white blanket that covers up February's normally brown ground, and the coziness inside as we turn on the fireplace, even in the morning. I confess, I'm a weather junkie. Why? My non-weather junkie husband, Lynn, asks, "You can't do anything about the weather." "But you can shape your expectations for the day," I tell him. "Decide what to have for dinner, chili tonight. Be more prepared to enter into small talk, weather conversations." So we coexist in a house where he likes to turn off the news before the weather report, while I say, "No, wait, I want to hear it." When I discovered the weather app on my phone, I was thrilled. Not only could I find hour-by-hour predictions for changing weather in our area, but I also checked the weather that faraway families and friends were experiencing. For instance, when I saw the heavy rain all day long icons for Phoenix, where my granddaughter was playing at an outdoor soccer tournament, I could text my sympathy to her. I like that the ever-changing weather, good or bad, always takes place within God's never-changing creation of days and nights, sun, moon, and stars, sunrises, sunsets, and seasons. And I like to know, always, that February's snow prepares the brown ground to grow green in springtime. Creator God, the changing weather shapes our days in both good and hard ways, but I'm thankful for the unchanging rhythm of days and nights and sunshine you created. And then digging deeper is Leviticus 26:4. So I'm going to go ahead and look that up and read that. Leviticus 26:4. Then I give you the rain in its season. The land shall yield its produce, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. So, as far as weather goes, I do an Instagram every day, and I put our temperature on the top of the page with my Bible verse at the bottom. I kind of do that because people are interested in what Alaska weather is. And if you follow that Instagram, you will notice that it's up, down. You know, we could have rain, snow, 25 below, 45 above. Weather is something that we cannot control. And if you can enjoy each different, enjoy the weather. I love the snow. It's so beautiful. I don't love driving in it, but it is very, very beautiful. The rain is, in the summer and the spring, those seasons, it's great. It's what's needed. It's in the winter, rain is a little bit different. I don't love it, but the freezing rain that comes off of the plants and things is very beautiful. I love to see the frozen things, frozen in time. That is very beautiful. The wind, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that's beautiful at all. It's very cold. I suppose if it was a very warm summer day someplace. I have been hiking where I am very grateful that there's a breeze. In the summer, it is great to have that breeze to keep the mosquitoes away. So yes, wind is beautiful also. So every type of weather is beautiful in its own way. And if we learn to see it not from a physical standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint, there's something spiritual in all that God gives. And if we can look for the beauty in all things, weather and our circumstances. Sometimes we feel like in our circumstances, like we have a storm, storms are happening in our life, and you can learn to look for the beauty in all circumstances. Most recently, I suppose you all know that my mother passed away, and there was so much beauty in that circumstance. Maybe someday I will tell the complete story of how God made my mother's death, or my mother's physical body death, and her passing from this life into heaven so perfect for her and for us. And it's a tragic thing when we lose people, when we lose them. She's not lost. I know exactly where she's at, but she's not here physically anymore. So I feel a loss in my life. But there are so many perfect things that God did for us during that time, during those years. He prepared us for that without us knowing, and all that He's done since. He's been sheltering us under His protective wings. He's been comforting, just so many amazing things. But sometimes you do have to look for those things. You have to look for the beauty in all circumstances. So I guess today I'm just saying that we need to see things from His perspective. He created all things. He created the wind, the rain, the snow, the sun, the stars. He created all these things, and all these things are perfect, and they all have a purpose. And if we would just see the joy in all things. All things are joyful. And so that's it for today. I'm just glad that you joined me. And if you like these little Faith Friday moments, I ask that you would subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and push the thumbs up button and the notification button, and come back on Fridays. And if you're not interested in the Faith Friday things, you know, they're only going to be on Fridays. It's not going to affect my normal Sunday videos. So you can just skip over the Fridays if you don't want to watch them, and I won't be hurt a bit. And I also have, if you have children or grandchildren or nieces and nephews or whatever you may have, I also have a channel called Grandma Reads Stories for the Next Generation, and that's always linked in my description box. And that's just me reading stories that my grandmother read and that my mother read and that now I'm reading to my grandchildren. But since they're not all in the same place, I'm reading them on YouTube, and they can go and tune in, and so can your children. And so I just put a little plug in there because they are all gospel-based stories. They're all Christian stories, and so that's why I'm just putting that plug in here. So anyway, I will hopefully see you again next week. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.